everyone.
Hey, hey, and welcome to After Hours here at Linda's Electric Quilters.
Woo, woo, woo.
We are super excited to be joining you this evening. We have a Throwback Thursday planned for you this evening. Diana, would you like to tell the good people why we're doing a Throwback Thursday today?
We are doing a Throwback Thursday because due to the inclement weather here in Texas, we will not be up here tomorrow, which is actually Thursday. Because what happens?
Because when it ices, rains too hard, or gets too cold in Texas, the state shuts down.
It kind of does. They just don't have the infrastructure to clear the roads. But we want to make sure.
It's the ice.
It's not really the snow.
It's not really the snow, yeah.
And we're predicting quite a bit of ice where we're at. So we will not be up here because we're going to stay safe and try to stay warm.
Right.
You know, other than that, we wanted to show you what we're bringing back to you because this is a really cool project.
Right. So tonight's Throwback Thursday is going to be based off the BasiX template using the fireworks pattern. And this is kind of the finished product of the block that you'll be looking at. And then it can be turned into things like a table runner or like an all-over quilt or however you want to take it.
Exactly. I can't even think straight. It's just getting so cold outside already. A quick and simple block is what I was trying to say with this pattern and with using the BasiX. So if you haven't tried the BasiX or the X BasiX or the X blocks or any of that stuff, you definitely should.
That was a good recover.
Was it?
Good recovery. Alrighty, y'all. We hope you enjoyed this video. We hope to see you tomorrow morning on Good Morning LEQ. Bye.
Bye. Yes. We're going to show you how to do tonight.
I know this is going to be another little bit different thing, kind of stepping out of our comfort zones.
Exactly.
So we are going to be taking a look at the BasiX line of the templates that they offer. So there is a BasiX line in the X Blocks series.
Correct.
So the overall family of these templates is called X Blocks. And there are patterns that are specifically made for those X Blocks.
Correct.
But then with kind of under that little umbrella of X Blocks, there is a family of BasiX X Blocks. Okay, so you kind of have to figure out the distinction between those two. So the one that we are going to be focusing on tonight is the BasiX template. And there are certain patterns that work specifically for that template. And the one we're going to be looking at tonight is fireworks. But the BasiX template is built off of using 2.5-inch strips. So a jelly roll or making your own personal 2.5-inch strips to create these really cool, quick, fun, easy things to piece.
Yeah.
That you can throw on the quilt frame or send out to the quilter like that.
Yep. So basically, we're taking these two that he was showing you, these two ideas, pattern template, and we are going to show you how we created the blocks inside this.
Yes.
Now, we're not going to sew the whole thing together for you, but we're going to show you how to create the blocks that go inside this. This is really a fun one that Chantelli did for us. So this is hers, and she basically went off the pattern. So that way it's more like fireworks. But because it's getting close to Christmas, we decided we'd change it up a notch and have this one made.
Ooh.
So we've got some pretty Christmas colors.
Definitely.
So really fun table runner.
Yeah. So this pattern will show you how to make a total one full table runner and then 5 placemats to go along with it. Tonight in our video, we're looking at making one of the inner blocks of this, and then you're just repeating that on the table runner or on the placemat.
These are so cute.
I think they're adorable. It's really cool to make your own for those holidays coming up.
Yeah.
And just kind of having that on the table.
With any jelly roll.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
This is going to be so simple, and you can literally have every holiday.
Definitely,
done.
all pieced out, ready to go.
Basically with just these two things.
That's all you need.
And some...
and a jelly roll.
And a jelly roll. Alrighty.
Okay, so let's take a look at some different measurements that we're going to be needing for these things. I'm going to move these out of the way, and I will have Diana go to our overhead camera. She's in charge of cameras tonight. This is going to be fun. So we'll move these out of the way. And we are going to be, like we said, looking at the BasiX template. Now this is what it looks like right out of the package. It has these simple lines that we're going to be following. And I've got my cutting board here, and I am going to be starting with my red and cream strips because we're going to start working with the inner portion of this block right here. So I've got some red and cream strips, 2.5-inch strips by width of fabric, okay? And we're going to take these two. You'll need a multitude of them to make them work, but I'm going to take these two just to show you how to do this one block. And I'm going to sew these right sides together, 1/4-inch seam allowance. So I'll walk over to my machine real quick, sew these right sides together.
So if you get lost on any of this, that's why it'd be awesome to have the pattern, because it goes through all the instructions for you step by step with even pictures. It's
Yes, pictures, a really, really nice diagram. And Diana, if you want to show them that, just gonna give them a quick look at what it looks like.
cool. Yeah, so all the patterns that she has all the information like this, really good finish, beginning, what everything you need, what template that it requires, and so we have quite a few of them online, so it's fun.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna go full width of fabric because I don't need all of it right now, but you would sew those all the way down together, 1/4 inch seam allowance, and you're gonna press it to the red side for this instance, but for the dark side. So Diana is in charge of pressing as well tonight. I've given her a lot of jobs tonight.
This is pressing. Okay, I press to the dark side.
Yep, press into the dark side. So we're gonna lay this here on our mat, whatever works easier for you. We'll do it this way for you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna lay this nice and flat.
Okay.
And she's gonna come on that cream side and press it towards that dark side. Good, good, good. Perfect. Looks nice, just like that. Nice little press.
Okay.
That distance is perfect.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna flip it over one more time just to get a nice press. And she's gonna start more on that cream and kind of push towards that red just to make sure that's a nice press right there. There we go. That looks lovely.
What's so cool is that I cannot believe that all these patterns just use strips.
That is all this one
It's
is for
like
this
super
one.
cool.
Yeah, these all these take as strips. So I'm going to take this beautiful little strip that we've made right here, and I'm going to cut these into 4.5 inch sections. So I'm going to first start by getting rid of my selvage here. Don't want to see that. Take this, straighten this up. My OCD is going to kick in. Get that out of the way. So I'll line this up, and I'm going to cut these into 4.5 inch sections, okay, using my little ruler that I've got here. So I will take this and find my 4.5 inches. Oh, and this one's even marked there. Isn't that fancy? So take this, and I'm going to cut this a little opposite of the way I normally would.
I know, I was like, oh, that might be
It's a little
backwards.
opposite of backwards, but I'm going to cut it this way. It just works easier for my camera right now. So cut those into 4.5 inch sections. You're going to be making 20 of these for this inner piece here. So I'm taking this. Now, when I say 20 of these, you can do this to make either this full table runner that I've got here that we showed you at the beginning. I'll pick that back up again. Make full table runner, or that will make your 5 placemats.
Yeah.
Either or. It's not the same thing. Won't be the same for both. So you're doing 1 full table runner or 5 placemats with these 20 pieces. So after we have this piece made, cut those 4.5 inches, 20 of those. This is what our piece will look like. I am going to now take, for this instance, a green strip. This one has little trees on it. That's cute. And I am going to lay those right sides together, and I'm going to stitch down the seam allowance. Now, what this entire length needs to be of this green section is another 4.5 inches, because we need that to match up. So we're going to do 4.5 on this one. If you want to cut it individually, you can, or you can piece it right together. I'm going to go ahead and cut it individually. Take those selvages off real quick. Line that up. Just like that. And I'm doing 4.5 inch markings on here, and I'm going to cut that at that 4.5 inch. So I'm going to go backwards again on this one, just because it makes it easier for us here on camera. So go backwards here on that one again. Be very careful. There we go. Okay. Where I'm ending up now, one of these nice little green ones, and we are going to be making 20 of these as well to match up with our blocks. So laying these right sides together at the top of this section. Now what's really important about this is this red side, or whatever color you choose to use, that this is always on the right hand side when we're piecing this together. So always on the right hand side with our green section, for instance, on this piece on top. Lying these right sides together, 1/4 inch seam right there. So I'm going to take this over to the machine real quick. Stitch that. Oh, I love how fast this goes together.
I know, right?
Super, super fast. So let's piece that together real quick. And we can trim our threads there, just like so. And Diana gets to press again Oh, yay. So we're going to take this, pressing it towards the green side. So however you move it wherever it makes it easier for you.
I'll flip it back around.
Give it a nice press. There you go.
All right. There, I got it for you.
Perfect. Okay. And then I am going to take another more contrasting color. In the pattern, it talks about using the same cream here. I went with another contrasting color, but you can definitely use the same color that you used on this section. But you're going to be making a 6.5 inch strip of this, still 2.5 inches wide. We're just doing 6.5 inches long. So you'll find that point, cut it, and this is what that ends up on. See what I did there on that one? Didn't have to cut backwards there. So I'm going to take these at this point, lie these right sides together, and I'm going to go down this right-hand side here. See how fast this is going together?
Yeah.
My goodness. This is quick, 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 quick. So I'm gonna take
now,
these.
when you're doing prepping to do the whole thing, on that first part, you just sew all those 2.5 inch strips together, right? For the first two?
That first red and cream,
Okay.
yeah, you'll get all those.
To keep it really fast, simple, and then do all your cuts.
All those together,
Okay.
yeah, keep it nice and fast for you there.
All right, let me get you back over here on the... You about to piece?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Put it back over there.
Okay.
I'm not the best camera person tonight. I've messed up a few times.
Oh, it's all right. So we will take this and piece those together real quick. Wha-bam. And this is what I'm ending up, oh, got myself a little tail there. That happens, doesn't it? Bam, okay. So this is what I'm ending up with. We're gonna press this to this brown side. So back at you again with the pressing.
To the brown.
To the brown side, yep.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty, pretty.
Yeah, that turns out really pretty. And when you look at it, you just think, oh, this is just really, look at it. It's just a simple.
It's a nice little simple block.
Yeah, that'll work. But
Yeah.
let's see how we can make it even funner.
Oh, we're going to make it even funner, yeah. So I'm going to take my BasiX template, and I'm going to make sure that I'm reading this with the words right side up, reading it left to right, so it's saying BasiX. And I'm going to turn it a little bit to the left, where the lines on this template match the line markings that I've got right here. So I've got lines going down the edges here, or down the seam allowance here. Got line here, and I've got that line going across this top one right here.
Oh,
With
that's
me?
super cool. Yeah.
Okay, so I have that there, and I'm just going to take this, applying a nice amount of pressure to keep it in place, and cut, oh, there we went, cut all 4 edges, okay, around.
And I would assume that you could actually put something on there, some of the little
Nice
stickers.
little grip dots or
little grip
something to
dots
keep
if
it
you
nice and
wanted to.
moving.
Yeah.
So just take that, cut there, can rotate it if you have one of those nice little rotating cutting boards. That helps a lot for this.
Is that a hint?
That's a hint, I might need one. Okay, just rotating around as we work, just making sure we're keeping this in alignment. Moving that around, still making sure we're keeping this all nice and even. You can see the template's kind of pointing off of this. That's okay. Don't worry about that. You just want to keep those lines in that place. Just like so.
That's
and for
nice.
my last
It
one.
really does help you keep your cuts within, those lines really help because they're made to stay on that 2.5 inch strip.
Right. And then for my last one, that goes right there. So that's going to work with my final piece right here. And I'm going to end up making 20 of those as well. Here are my other 3 for this section. And then at this point, you basically pinwheel them out. So I can lay them out like so. Just like that.
That is super cool.
And then I'll stitch those together.
Yeah, what is so cool about it is that just a minute ago, it was just a simple straight strip. So let me get over here. Let's talk for a second. So just a minute ago, it was a simple straight strip, right?
Yep.
You just took this, basically.
Yep.
And basically this one size of these that have like 40 something in there would do your table runner and your 5.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of these normal size jelly rolls. You know, sometimes there's those mini ones or
Yeah.
larger ones. You'll need a full size jelly roll,
And you could do the whole thing.
and you could do 1 full table runner and then 1 full set
5.
of 5 placemats.
Yeah, so
5
that's you can do that.
placemats.
But
Not
just to
placements.
take that, put them together,
gonna
like you did
stitch these.
simple stuff together, and it just, I'm just amazed on how easy that template makes it.
Yeah, it's really nice to have that template. I love these basics. There's so many different patterns that you can choose from in the line as well. We have quite a few of them on our website, longarmsupplies.net.
Okay, you piecing those together now?
Yeah, I'm just going to throw these on together real quick.
Okay.
Just so we can show the side pieces as well that we have to do.
Oh, that's right.
Take that, trim that off, take my other one, make sure I'm keeping those together. There we go.
Notice how I have Corey doing all this. I'm just like the assistant.
That she is. It
That's
never
okay.
hurts just to look.
You're going to get me on here eventually.
Oh yeah, I'm going to get you piecing one day. I'm going to sit and just be quiet one day and just watch. I'll go stand behind the camera.
Oh, they'll get a really good laugh then.
All right, keeping everything nice and in alignment here. Still throwing it under that sewing machine, quarter inch seam allowance all the way through here as well. And
I'm like so intrigued just watching.
well, they're gonna get a good laugh. Popped out of my needle there.
Oh,
Let me fix that
that's
real
what
quick.
happens. See,
Gotta
stuff like
love
that happens.
lives.
Yep, we're keeping it so live for you. We're not even editing the bad stuff out.
Exactly. So let me fix that real quick. No biggie. No biggie at all. I just still think, even with this happening, and you know, if you take the talking time out of it, you could really have this together in no time. No time at all.
It still amazes me because I'm just not a piecer really, so I don't even. But how you could just take a simple strip, sew them together, and just the way you cut it and turn it into a pinwheel. That easy.
Yeah, well, kind of like a pinwheel.
Well, kind of like a pinwheel.
Yeah, this one's not a full one, but kind of like it.
Okay, half pinwheel.
A modified pinwheel.
Modified pinwheel.
We'll go with modified pinwheel. There we go. Okay. So checking everything one last time before I put them together, still keeping it right sides together. And go ahead, will you press these for me, please?
What side am I pressing to?
We'll go to that side.
Okay.
Actually, no. Yeah, go to that side. The seams are naturally falling that way, please. I'll do the same way with this one. Just helps me keep things nice and flat. Okay, that one's good.
Okay. Well, I gotta do my other side.
Oh,
You taught me the other way.
So proud.
So to do it both ways.
That helps.
Okay.
And then she'll do that one as well, towards that way. Perfect.
I'm thinking that every piecer would love an assistant to iron for them.
I would love an assistant. I'd probably piece more often if I had an assistant. This is nice.
All right.
Can you come to my house and be my assistant? Nah, probably be the other way around. All right, so I'm going to take these at this point, right sides together, head over to the machine, checking seams as well to make sure that those are flying nice and kind of laying together in the center, how they fall. And then I will line these bad boys up, just like so. Here comes my OCD, which is what we all do.
Yeah, I have to imagine that everybody wants to do it the best way they can.
Oh yeah, you want all those points to come nice and together.
Yeah.
All right, so take that. And we'll pull these together. Make sure everything's still laying nice and flat, nothing's shifted. Just like so. And check that again, there we go. Those seams come together in that center, it gets a little high. There we go. We'll trim that away. And boom, look at that.
Yeah, sorry, I was holding this up to look at it again.
So, comes together really, really nice. You can do your final, if we want to go to overhead real quick so they can see it up and close again.
Yeah.
You can do that final pressing line as well, but that comes together super well. So let's press that because we got one more thing to do.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're
to do the center block here.
Alrighty.
So we'll press this one.
Okay.
And move that that way for me, please. Thank you, ma'am. You want to keep it there for a second, actually hold those down for a minute. There we go. Nice press. That's a good one. There we go. It's a nice one there.
Okay.
All right. Ooh.
Whoops, I'm flipping them over.
Come on, assistant.
I'm trying to hold this
I know you're trying to hold the
time.
table runner at the same time. Let me get these
right,
together. Hold on. There we go. Nice press here. Flip that around just to get those laying flat again. Good job, though. Nice pressing. All right, just like that. Okay.
Looks good. Yay!
Oh, nice even one. Beautiful.
Yes.
All right. So I've got that little piece right here. And last but not least, if you are doing the table runner, if we look
real quick.
on one of the, nice little overhead would look at it here.
We're on there.
So here's our block, for instance. Oh,
Perfect.
look at those colors, they even line up.
Yes.
So here's our block. And for this one, we have one strip on the side here. So I can take one of my little strips, we'll do Christmas trees. So that one little strip goes right there. So those right sides together. And what's gonna happen is as I do that, let me just go and do that real quick.
Let's just do that.
Keeping myself. If y'all are like me, you're visual people. You gotta see it for it to make sense, and I feel you on that, I hear you. So I'll do this, just like that, so those right sides together. Ooh, got a little bit of a shift there. There we go. Okay. Keep losing my pedal. And so those cute little strips. Right next, see, I love a good jelly roll. 2.5 inch strips, easy. Easy, easy, easy. All right, trim those. Cut any excess away. I feel like I cut my strip a little too long. A little squaring up never hurt. There we go. All right, so I've got my one little strip right here on the side. So at this point, if we're looking at it, it is right here.
Yes.
Okay. And so what happens is after you get that one done, remember we're doing this multiple times because you have these blocks, you're doing 20 of these and then making 4 sections with the side. Then you set it right here, you work down your next one, and this gets rotated to go right here, just like so. And then all the way down, it just keeps rotating, rotating. All 5 of them get rotated, and it gives you kind of this back and forth effect,
Yeah.
which ends up looking really, really cool. And if you're doing your placemats, just kind of throwing that in here sideways, okay? Placemats, that's our block right here. For a placemat, we just add 2 more strips to the side,
Yep. And then you got a placemat.
just like that, and then you've got your placemats.
That is so cool.
Look at that. Simple,
Yay.
easy.
Very easy.
I like these.
Yeah, that
Gonna
was
take these
fun.
home.
It'll be on our Christmas table. How about that?
I will like that on the
We'll have those
Christmas table.
decorated.
So I think that was, I've got fabric everywhere.
I
I feel like
know.
that's what it's like. No, fabric all over the place. But taking one of these simple BasiX templates from the X Blocks family
Yeah.
and our fireworks pattern and working through and just rotating it all the way around, I got some I am proud of myself actually.
I know,
Look at
it
these
looks really
points.
good.
Go team.
It looks good.
But just rotating around, you come up with some really, really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, we're showing it one more time. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's just so cool, like how you were saying the opposite. So that's how he's talking about how it goes. They flip it and flip that way, flip, flip, and it just gives it an offset design. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we just did some simple stitch in the ditch on it. You can do whatever design you want.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
you
just
can
simple.
get some highly custom work in here, but this was just simple stitch in the ditch to kind of make it puff up a little bit more so you could see it.
So we want to thank Chantelli for helping us with all this.
Yes, yeah. She brought in the actual fireworks table runner, and I was like, oh, we got to do that on
gotta
after
do that on
hours.
after hours,
They
yeah.
got to see that. And to be honest, this was probably my 2nd or 3rd time using one of these blocks. Because y'all know I'm not like a huge piecer, and not that I don't love it, but I like to be on the quilting machine.
Yeah.
But I really feel like I'm gonna make some Christmas presents.
Well, it's just super easy.
Do I have
that
to come
was
to work
just,
tomorrow?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, darn it.
So that was
Okay.
just one pattern. There, like you said, we have a lot of the patterns, different designs,
Right.
where you just take one of these, or you take the other templates that we have available, which we are going to do a video on pretty soon,
Yes, there's another really
Yes.
cool one coming up
Yeah.
pretty soon as well.
to show you how to use these and how to just you can take any variety of patterns
Mm-hmm.
and just have your Thanksgiving spread, Christmas spread, Valentine. I mean, every holiday you can have just
Yeah,
a
just
spread.
simple jelly rolls.
That was super,
Throwing
yeah,
that
super
together.
Cool. All right.
And then one more thing about the basics real quick,
Oh.
since we're talking about
Mm-hmm.
it. It comes in this beautiful little packaging. There is a baby basics that you can get along with it for smaller strips.
Oh, let me go grab it just while you're talking.
Yeah, so you might see that in some of the patterns. It asks for the BasiX template and the baby BasiX template. And it has a little pouch in here for it, so if you get that one, it can just plop right in there. But in this, it comes with 2 free patterns along with the template. So you have that really nice packaging in there. I'm just still in awe. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh, here she comes. Miss America. So this is the little baby one. So that works for 1.5-inch strips.
Yeah.
But it also, like I said, has a little pouch in here, and you can plop it in, keeps it all together really nice.
Well, yeah, and I just grabbed us a couple of the patterns. They're totally different, but that template can make it really simple. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
we have
we
them
love
all
the
on our
BasiX one.
website.
Yep.
So fun.
Alrighty. Well, I thought that was a cool after hours.
That was.
Looking at piecing. I think we should do more of these. I don't know about
we
you. What do y'all
should.
think?
Tell
I like
us,
them.
do you want us to do some more piecing videos
Yeah.
for you?
I thought that was kind of cool.
We can learn. Well, I can learn right along with you. Although you guys are probably so much better than me anyway. So.
But yeah, just using a simple jelly roll and the BasiX template, you can make these beautiful table runners and placemats too.
Yes.
Like Diana mentioned, all the patterns and the templates are on our website, www.longarmsupplies.net.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, thank you all so much for joining us here at After Hours, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.